And this is a video review I have been excited about bringing to you for a long time now. I've been waiting for this figure pretty much since they announced him, and especially since I got his counterpart earlier this year. This is Alternity Megatron. He is the Fairlady Z, the Nissan Fairlady Z in silver. I actually just sold my silver convoy since I don't need two silver cars on my shelf. He is a little darker silver than Alternity Convoy. More kind of a dark gray silver than the shiny silver of Alternity Convoy. He does have the opening doors, and you can see the seats inside. They don't open very far. Oh, there we go. Yeah, go back. There we go. They don't open super wide, but you can enough to see the seats inside. A neat little figure. He's a little smaller. Alternity Convoy is about this long. He's just maybe half an inch shorter in car mode, but I think that's how the cars are anyway. You can see he's got swords underneath here, and we'll get to those in a little bit. One of the things that I'm slightly disappointed by, well, I don't know if I'm disappointed by it. It's kind of a trade-off. He's got the same, kind of spinal setup, that collapses together like Alternity Convoy did. And if you remember, Alternity Convoy kind of fell backwards sometimes under the weight of all the die-cast. So now this bit up here is die-cast, this middle spine piece is die-cast, but this whole piece right here, this black piece right here, which is die-cast on Alternity Convoy, is now plastic on Megatron. So I don't know if that's a cost-saving measure. He does have less die-cast than Alternity Convoy. But on the plus side, he's a lot more stable in robot mode, which we'll see. So it's kind of a trade-off. I'm not super picky about the die-cast. I like it. It's cool, but I'd rather have a Megatron that stands up. So just to go over that. Transformation, the first thing you want to do is these little swords have a tab here that are also helping hold them in place. They're also pegged in here, but if you want them to come out first, you want to kind of pull it this way to get that tab out from under there, and then pop them out. So again, pull this so the tab comes out, and they pop right out. And then you want to take the trunk bit here and lift that up, and then we're going to pull the legs. We're going to attach them here, and you want to take this piece and rotate this whole piece out like that, and pull this out to the side. Rotate this out and pull this out to the side. You want to bring this piece down like this. Now you're going to spin this all the way around here, or just like that. We're actually not all the way around, but we're going to spin this down like that, and then we're going to flip the feet down like this and flip out his heel spurs. Also a nice addition. Convoy just had the back of the car form kind of his heel spurs. Megatron's got some dedicated heel spurs here that really help support him in robot mode as well. And then you're going to bring this panel down, and the instructions say to tab this peg right here into this hole in here, which is what we're going to do. But you can also kind of bring this down behind it a little bit. It doesn't peg into place, but it kind of hides that wheel a little bit better in robot mode, so it's your choice. I'm going to go by the instructions and show you how it looks pegged in here. And really my only complaint there is that it makes the wheel sit so far outside of his leg, so it kind of makes him look like he's wearing bell bottoms. So it's entirely your choice to display. He's not any less sturdy if you just kind of hide that behind there, but for the sake of authenticity, I forgot to tell you that, but we'll use the instructions method of transforming him. And there you have his legs. I know they don't quite look like legs yet, but we'll get to that. You want to pull these pieces out. And just like on Alternity Convoy, as you pull these out and bring these pieces forward, kind of pinch the front together, and that pops his head up, snaps these pieces into place. And then you want to take the spine, and just like on Alternity Convoy, flip this down so this panel comes up, flip this up, pull the legs down, and then just snap that together. So there you're starting to see him take shape. Peg that in, turn his head around, like that. Pull the camera back and up a little bit here. There we go. Then the arms you want to pull out and kind of rotate down like this. You want to rotate them, again, pull it out and rotate them down. Because his shoulder pads, you want to flip these shoulder pads right here. You unplug them from his arm. And then you want to flip this piece up. It forms that angled shoulder pad. And then the doors, you want to push this gray piece and slide it up. And that gives him those kind of armor blades there. And then just bring his arm forward. And then the door is actually on a hinge. You can lift it up and push it up higher on the shoulder. Like that. I'll do the same thing over here. Lift that shoulder blade up. Push this all the way up like that. And then rotate that up like that. And get him standing here. Oh, then you want to fold this up like this and fold it down like that. And there you have Megatron in robot mode. Now, like I said, you can see why I'd want to hide those wheels. They do sit out very wide on its feet. It's not horrible, but like I said, it could look a little better if you tuck those away behind the wheel wells here on its feet. He does have his swords, and you can plug those in to his. He's got little holes on his hips that you can store them on, just like that. You can do that on either side, and he also holds them. You can slide them right through his hand, and he can use those to fight. And he also has, instead of the guns on his seats, he's got some blades there, which are kind of cool. I'm really curious to see his bio translated, because you know, if you've read Alternity Convoy's bio, you know he's like some super omnipotent master god, you know, power convoy thing. You know, he's like crazy powerful. And while I haven't read Megatron's bio, I haven't seen it translated yet. I will say that like these blades on his forearms are referred to as gravitic blades or gravital blades. His swords are referred to as tesseractal swords. He's got a inertia controller somewhere here in his crotch plate. He's got the same, like, I can make a track out of nothing time track power, according to his tech specs. So he's probably got the same time travel powers. He can make tesseracts with his swords and control gravity with his blades. So he's probably just as hossified as Alternity Convoy. And I love the fact that they gave him swords. I know it's not a traditional Megatron weapon, but I really like the idea of like Prime having the guns and Megatron being his enemy is such a hoss that even with his swords, he's a match for superpowered Convoy. I think that's kind of a neat idea. And then just to see them together, real quick, here's a shot of Megatron and Alternity Convoy side by side. They definitely go together very well. I dig them. Like I said, my only real complaints about Alternity Megatron, and it's a minor one, is that you know, this piece is now plastic as opposed to die cast. But it does help him stand a lot better. He's not quite as back heavy as his predecessor, so it's a fair trade-off in my mind. I mean, maybe not for you. Maybe a lot of you people were paying the we're paying the price for these Alternities because of the die cast, and if the die cast was your main selling point, then maybe that'll change your decision. I don't think it should. I think Alternity Megatron is also a very nice figure. Like I said, I would wish they would have had some way to peg these together that hid this wheel a little better. But you can do that without really affecting the stability of the figure overall. If you want to tuck these in back here a little bit. But anyway, there you have it, Alternity Megatron.